Okay, well, the first issue, I think, has to do with checking out all the facts first. That the mom, if the issue came up about, well, what about dad or who else in the house? Before a child is accused of it stealing, for the parent to be able to check as many things as they can. Then the other is to bring in the other big gun. That's the logic of having two parents instead of one. To have both parents confront, especially with the teenager, rather than one, increases the psychological size and empowerment of the family. The third thing I would say is that if trust is something that's earned, it's not just something that should, exists. And if indeed there's a suspicion and there's data to prove it, there's evidence to prove it, that a kid is stealing, doing things that are really against the norms of society, doing drugs, drinking underage, smoking, things that are really against the norms of society or are really jeopardizing a child's health or an adolescent's health, the parents have a responsibility to confront. And the sooner the better, but to have both of them do it, to be able to be backed up with facts as best they can, and then to come up with consequences. One of the things they can do, depending upon how the child responds, is they can sit down and play the grown-up version of what we did with the little girl about, well, what would you do if it was your child? And talking about what kinds of consequences would be appropriate. But I think this is primarily something as serious as stealing in an adolescent is the kind of thing that will land a kid in jail. So if they don't correct that behavior. So for the parents to really get together and address the child together, I think is real important.